Final Uganda, Senegal, girls final Burkina Faso, Ghana. This game kicks off 9:30 local time, so it's an early start. Who bows out with a victory then? For Morocco there, 15 is Wiame, one of their defenders. She's been a regular starter throughout. We're 3 minutes from kickoff time. Joining me on commentary for this one is a former Zimbabwe national women's team captain and coach, Rosemary Mugadza. What's your thoughts on this one, Rose?
Morning, everyone, and good morning, Steve. It's going to be an exciting match between the two teams. As you have seen that the two teams lost 1-0 to Ghana and Burkina Faso, which shows that the teams are tactically sound as well. They are technically sound. But as for Morocco, it's been disheartening because, as I said earlier on, that Morocco have participated in this championship from 2023. So they wanted themselves maybe to be in the final for this one. And Zambia coming in for the first time, they've shown character, they've shown the resilience, they've shown that they have the ability to maybe play the final in 2027 if they continue as a team and if they continue to do their preparations well as they did coming to this championship.
Yeah, I think so. I thought they were going to make it through to the final, but it was a tough game against Ghana. They could actually be the two best teams overall, but we shall see. But Zambia looks so organised in the group stage. So the captain for Zambia, Rebecca Butau. This is Moussamir playing in midfield for Morocco. They're going to be playing four at the back. Both teams, by the looks of it, Zambia look as though they're in a 4-3-3. So too do Morocco. There's the captain, Rebecca Mbutau. In terms of hairstyles, I think Zambia, if there was an award for the best hairstyles at the tournament, I would give it to Zambia for their creativity, their variety. They've certainly dazzled us with their hairstyles here. Just waiting for us to reach 9:30 local time. It's an absolutely glorious sunny day. Not a cloud in sight. Temperatures will go up as high as around 28 degrees by the time we get past midday. Still waiting for the nod from the fourth official. Referee Lekuba from Lesotho. 20 minutes each way. Zambia in the green. Kick us off attacking the goal. To your left, Morocco in the white colours. Yesterday, Morocco, I say, did struggle on this full-length pitch after the group stage being played at Gateway High School on a smaller pitch. Butau wins possession for Zambia. It's well off target there, but an early effort from Jane Mwitwa, who's been a regular starter for Zambia's girls. So showing their attacking intentions there, Rose.
They need to do that as quickly as possible for them to get that goal and maybe finish on third. But it's going to be very hard with the Moroccan side, who are technically good. As you can see that Morocco today, they're trying to build it from the back, and this is exactly what we want to see the two teams.
Second shot already coming in from a Jane Mwitwa, and the ball there was won again by Rebecca Mbutau. So 2 goal attempts inside the first minute of the game, playing for third place here. And $150,000 for the third place team. So it really is a high stakes encounter. And you never know with these third place matches, as Mbutau again wins possession for Zambia. It won't fall though to Fidza Muzua. You do get some third-place matches that are really open and attacking and high-scoring. Sometimes they're cagey, but with this much money for the third-place prize, Rose, you think they're going to go for it, hey?
Yeah, they're trying very hard to get the third prize, and you can see that Zambia settled in very well in good time, unlike Morocco. But Morocco now, they're pushing forward, and we are going to see this two teams. They want to keep possession each and every time, and we can see it now.
Hemin gets her crossover. First foray forward. Karcham heads wide. Bit better than what we saw from them yesterday in that move from defence into attack. CAF President Patrice Motsepe will be handing over the cheques at the end of the afternoon to the winners in the boys and girls competitions. That's shielded by Bertha Daka. She's been another regular starter for Zambia. And Bulo in at right back. That's going to be easy for goalkeeper Winfrieda Mutale. So goals were hard to come by.
Investors feel confident about the state of the macro environment at the moment?
The optimism that has materialized in 2025 has been rather surprising. I mean, if you take the way international markets have opened up to Africa.
Initially, we thought that, for instance, if the IMF was not renewed, that would create upside pressure for the shilling. That didn't happen. The macro reform that government has been undertaking, that seems to have been played out positively for investors.
Welcome to the inaugural episode of Markets Unplugged. Please stay tuned.
For these both teams.
And Muzua, she wants goals. Top scorer in the girls competition with 4. The number 19 for Zambia, so she's one definitely to keep an eye on. First corner of the game goes the way of Zambia. Lovely pitch this. Free admission to watch the games on finals day. Good in swinger. Didn't take it cleanly then, that was a foul, so referee blows. Emezian did make a couple of errors yesterday, and she made some good saves as well. Got hurt with that one.
Good goalkeeping position. She covered the first near post, and it was good positioning and a good technique in terms of handling it. And she was one person who served Morocco yesterday when they played against Burkina Faso. They were supposed to be hammered maybe 5 or 6, but she made sure that it ended 1-0.
Yeah, she made some good saves. So a little bit of a stoppage here. The girls did have a cooling break around about 15 minutes in yesterday in both halves. So, see how she got injured. Didn't take the ball cleanly. I think she just landed badly, didn't she?
One of the Zambian striker tried to sneak the ball from her, but she made sure that she was holding it tight on her hands.
So Morocco losing semi-finalists in the boys and the girls yesterday. The boys going down 4-0 to Senegal in what was the game of the tournament so far in terms of quality goals. 2 beautiful long-range efforts we had from Senegal's boys yesterday. So we're ready to restart. Number 4 there, Zero Ali, captain, centre-back, and 2 goals for Morocco. Zero Ali doesn't get much distance on that, though. Mwitwa. And Butao, this captain in the defensive midfield role, is impressing here. Muzua couldn't bring it down, but she's full of running. Muzua. So free admission to watch the games if you're in Norton, if you're in Harare or around. When you get here, you need to go to the service station across the road, the Genesis service station, and get a free ticket courtesy of CAF to watch for free. And Butao again wins the ball for Zambia.
Zambia, they're winning all the starting football from the Moroccan side because their captain is always in the middle of the park and she's winning all the balls. I think Morocco should deploy one person to be standing with her each and every time. At least the person who's playing behind should always come and make sure she's picking the captain.
Yeah, just what you want from your defensive link there. So playing in the centre-forward role at the moment for Zambia, Catherine Capolio. Didn't start yesterday, but gets the nod today. Muzua's on the left side of attack, and Peggy Banda, jersey 6, is on the right. Zero Ali under some pressure. 7 minutes played, no goals here. 4 matches today, finals day at the CAF African Schools Football Championship. So many legends and celebrities will be here during the course of the day. So Zambia with the upper hand.
I think, Steve, it's a balanced game. If you can see that the way the Moroccan girls are pressing each and every time the Zambian player is with the football, it's different from yesterday, and they want to make sure that they win it today and get the 3rd prize for them, at least not to go home without nothing as they did last year.
Sure, they'll go home with a lot if they get 3rd, $150,000. It's much warmer than it was yesterday on semi-finals day. Butao that time can't win possession. Here's Karcham. Has she got the pace? Karcham fouled, free kick to Morocco. Yesterday the wind was a factor. It's quite a bit of breeze, but today there's nothing at all. It is calm, still, and it's going to be very hot today. Bertha Daka committed the foul. Zaraouli, can Morocco capitalise here? Again, though, she takes it low. Didn't get much distance. Muzua. Mwitwa was looking for Peggy Banda. This is Murad, left back for Morocco, but Peggy wins it. Let's see if they can construct something here. Nice exchange of passes. Peggy Banda, but she'll only get the ball coming back into her path. Muzua up there. Capolio as well, lurking around in the box.
Good combination
Capolio.
play from that side. Steve on the right. They've done well in terms of combination. And when you do good combination passes, you unlock your defense. And this is exactly the Zambian. They've done well in these 9 minutes.
Making use of that right channel now. Corner kick, second for Zambia. Mwitwa, she goes short. Mwitwa gets closer. Error by the keeper. Oh, that should have been a 5th tournament goal for Fidza Muzua, squandering from close range.
The biggest challenge that she had, she was not on an open stance, and she was supposed to be composed to see that all the defenders were watching, and she should have taken it nice and easy.
Had more time than she was aware of, says Rose Mugadza, former Zimbabwe women's national team captain and coach. 3 goal attempts for Zambia. Player down there is Catherine Capolio. These Zambians are from various secondary schools. One of them was actually at primary, number 7, Jane Mwitwa, who's only 13. 9 there is Capolio. She's at Mukobeko Secondary. Shoulder charge there from Captain Rebecca Mbutao. She's dictating things in midfield for Zambia. Throw into Morocco. Hemine to take it. Nobody over there except for Hambulo. Mbutao again made it difficult. What's the referee say here? It's a corner kick. That's encouraging for Morocco.
Very encouraging, Steve. Each and every time when they're going forward, they're their attack is finished. It's with an attempt and having a corner kick. We as coaches, we say it's a half goal, which they need to utilize it and maybe get something out of it.
So to take this one, Hemeen gets a good bit of distance on it. Didn't connect there, did Karcham. No, Hambulo. But a collision. Referee's going to have a look at this.
And one thing, Steve, instead of Moroccans to push more players in the box, they only had 3 players in the box, and they were outnumbered by the Zambian defense.
Yeah, so no breakthrough as yet. 12 minutes played. It's 20 minutes each way. And penalties, if they're level at the end of the 40 minutes. Did have a shootout yesterday where Uganda beat Benin in the boys. The Moroccan players going over for a bit of water. Let's take a look at what happened here, this incident. The corner was a good one. That was actually a really good opportunity. And then a knock on the head. That's Ibanka, who is the vice-captain. So ready if they need to make a change. The Morocco players, that's Salma Ibanka. The Morocco players from academies of big teams like AS FAR Rabat, Wydad Casablanca. And Morocco in the last few years developing this amazing youth development policy for girls and boys in all age groups, which many African nations envy and wish they would be able to fund for themselves. Of course, we're seeing the results at many levels for Morocco, the under-20 World Cup champions boys. Another corner for Zambia. 14 minutes played. Morocco 0, Zambia 0. We're at the Ngoni Stadium, the Moors Ngoni Stadium in Norton. Jane Mwitwa. Any takers here this time? Muzua finds 2 opponents in a way. She scoops it back. Muzua! That'll count as a shot on target.
It was a shot on target, but it was weak, Steve, because she was crowded by these Moroccan defenders, and they've done well in terms of defending.
Yes. That's the first attempt she has had on target. Mbutau. A scrap in midfield. Musamia. This number 7 has been good. Jane Mwitwa. Still see how this full-length pitch is hard work for girls in this age group. That's Naomi Tembo, and Zambia are going to use that right channel. Peggy Banda out quite wide right on the right flank for Zambia. Hemeen, the number 8 for Morocco, has been one of their best players. 15 minutes played. No goals as yet. Burkina Faso, Ghana in the girls' final to come. That'll be 1 p.m. local time. They're going to have a cooling break, as they did yesterday at the 15-minute mark, because of the exertions, the energy used on this full-length pitch, Rose.
Yes, they need that, but it's a plus to Morocco, because each and every time there was a stoppage, they were coming to refill themselves, unlike the Zambian team. Because of this heat, they need that for them to make sure their levels, energies go up. But I did not see it during the boys' matches yesterday.
They didn't, no. It was for the girls only yesterday, yeah. And I think because it is using a lot of energy for them. So for Zambia, 14 there, the captain. I think she's been instrumental, Rebecca Mbutau. The number 9, Catherine Capolio playing as the centre forward. And 19, Fidza Muzua, just going out on the left of your picture. And 7, Jane Witwa, been impressed with her. As we're going to get back underway here.
This is where the Moroccan player was red-carded because he was complaining that we had a stoppage time during the water break and you did not add any extra time.
Yeah, because the referee blew exactly on 20 minutes. And of course, their decision is final. 0-0, 3 minutes to go to the break. Corner again will be taken by Jane Witwa. They go short this time. And that'll be a goal kick, so nothing positive coming out of that for Zambia. It remains 0-0 here.
A good anticipation from the defender there. She made sure that they might try a short corner kick, and she was ready to swat that threat again.
Not much distance on that goal kick, putting themselves immediately under pressure. Morocco, Mwale. You can see they're physically strong, the Zambians. Butao, no foul. That was a good challenge, but Karcham wasn't able to bring the ball under control. This will be shepherded by Loveness Daka. Quite a bit of running they're doing. That's why they were given that break in this heat here. Zambia very much the better of the chances, Rose.
Yes, Steve, that so many chances and they failed to convert, and we expect that with this age, but they need to be told to be more composed when they're in front of goal and to pick their spot whenever they have that chance again. But the other issue that they are doing now, the Zambian team, they need to do more of combination play to unlock the Moroccan side than running with the football. One, it will tire them as quickly as possible because the field is too big for them, so they need to have the combination play going into the attacking third.
Yeah, that's been the story of the game so far. Stoppage here then, so we're almost reaching the 20 minutes. 4 goals for Fidza Muzua. On for the Golden Boot as it stands. There's the Morocco boys. They are playing next against Benin in the 3rd place boys match.
There was some good sportsmanship between Morocco and Senegal yesterday after the game. You could see the Senegal players making sure they are consoling these Moroccan players after the game, and it's good for African football.
Well, very good. Of course, the biggest rivalry, the biggest grudge matchup you could have in African football right now, Morocco-Senegal, but that was really good to see yesterday. That is half-time. Zambia 0, Morocco 0. Zambia certainly the better side. Couple of efforts on target, but rather weak. The captain, Rebecca Mbutao, she dominated things in midfield. Morocco not creating much. If it does end in a deadlock, we'll have penalties. This is their 5th game of the week, so we'll see how the energy is going to be in the second.
You're invited to a family restoration service at J.W. Makati Ministries, a welcoming time focused on faith, encouragement, and strengthening family relationships. Join us on Sunday, the 12th of April, 2026, from 9:30 a.m. to 1 p.m. at our auditorium along Kiambu Road at the Bypass Junction, Rwanda, Nairobi. To stay connected and receive updates, subscribe to J.W. Makati Ministries channel on YouTube and click the notification bell. We look forward to welcoming you and your family.
This is Africa, 100% made of us. Rooted in culture, driven by connection. These stories flow between continents, leading a new generation of talent and opportunity. Africa and Europe, together we rise.
For you, if you've missed the first 20 minutes of this particular game, Zambia and Morocco, an opportunity for us to take a look at the chances that have been created. Out of curiosity for you, to you, Amanda, who do you think has been the better side?
I think Zambia has been the better side in this opening half. Looking at the chances, Fida, I think the top goal scorer of the tournament at this moment, with an opportunity to make it 5 for her in the tournament, but she completely misses that one. But I think from set pieces, from open play, they seem to be the ones with the better chances.
Coach Kevin, a rather open game, albeit you were having a conversation with some of the technical team and officials of CAF. And you were of the opinion that this isn't the kind of Morocco that we saw last year, and the numbers here telling pretty much the same story, with 4 total attempts for Zambia, dominant in that aspect, dominant in the possession aspect, and dominant on target as well.
Yes, Chico, you know, I was talking to the guys and saying the Moroccan team that we saw last year in the same tournament, their technical quality and their technical ability to hold the ball and string together 3, 4, 5 passes is not there. I see them from the beginning. I said no, they will grow into the tournament, and then they will play their normal game. They're not showing me. They always look like they're in a hurry. They never try and play out from the back. If it's out from the back, it's one pass and long, and they're always looking for one particular striker. My observation from where I'm sitting, and when I watch the coach, it looks like he puts the players under a lot of pressure, just by pushing them up, pushing them down, pushing them, you know, man marking all the time. And of course, Zambia, for me, this morning, they have the upper hand of the game, and they look, like I said yesterday, the coach spoke to them, and they look like they're enjoying this morning's game. They want to go, and if they score, they score. They've had a few opportunities, and I like that.
Well, they look like they're enjoying it, and enjoy they may. As for Morocco, they look similar to yesterday in a game that they went into the semi-final hopeful of a berth in the final, were far from ideal in the first half. It was 0-0 at halftime. Then things fell apart in the second half. Could this be the same story? If so, what do they need to change?
I don't know if there's something that they can change, because maybe I'm thinking about the physical conditioning, the endurance. Yeah. It's been a long tournament, and I think they fully exerted themselves yesterday as well throughout the semi-finals. And probably Zambia is that's the area they're probably edging Morocco, just the physical endurance, and maybe just, you know, the duration of the game. I think they will really go down, because the heat also is taking a toll on the girls. But of course, I think maybe some changes are going to be made. And coach is talking about something very important, and maybe we should really look at it. The conveyor belt. I think Moroccans are very strict in terms of grassroots development, and the teams that we saw in previous editions, maybe they've really tried to, you know, sort of shake things up a little bit and bring in new players, and maybe we see maybe not the consistency like the last season.
Interesting. Speaking of some changes, I noticed that El Gami, the girl in jersey number 9, who's been the leading line, has been playing in the back more often than not in this first half. Would you keep that going?
The Moroccan?
For Morocco's
yes.
side, yes.
But this is the type of football they want to play. Is they want to play on the counter attack, and that's why she's there. Because I see that she has speed, but
that's from really deep, coach.
Yes,
like
I know
really
she's coming from deep.
Center half position.
Yes, I know that, but this is maybe a ploy from the coach. You know, you understand what I'm saying? But when I look at how they're using it and how Zambia is covering it, I mean, Morocco's always one-on-one at the back with the Zambians, and the Zambians are most of the time in their build-up, they have three players, 2 players free at the back, so they're free to build up, because the Moroccans are just dropping back. Again, we spoke about the second half. I think this pitch is big. Yesterday, Morocco seemed to die in the last 10 minutes of the second half. So again, We know the Zambians, they're from the SADC region, and they have natural endurance. So maybe that will come out in the end, and Morocco might suffer a defeat if they don't come out and play football like we know they did try last year.
All right, guys, just sitting back and looking at something you mentioned as we were building up to this game, how the team management, the technical bench handled the players, right? And then you contrast this to Morocco. It could be two schools of thought, two different styles of play. Which one do you prefer going into the future? Harshness, push you through harsh tough times, toughen you up, or...
From where I sit and from what I know brings you joy, children like to play. And for me, the Zambian bench is a lot more calmer, a lot more encouraging of their players, whereas the Moroccan bench, I don't speak French and I don't speak Arabic, so it always sounds like it's harsh. It might not be harsh.
Amanda, as we wait for the officials to take to the pitch, your thoughts on this?
At grassroots level, it's more than winning. It's not just about winning. This is where we develop players, build character, build personalities, and I think it's more than just winning a bronze. So I think maybe for me, the Zambian way in terms of mentorship, even though maybe for the Moroccan, it's all about the pride, it's all about winning and going for that medal. But at this level, I think we should be encouraging to have fun.
I still have a few more seconds. What lessons do you think Morocco and Zambia take home from this tournament so far up to this point?
I think for Morocco, progressive, building up in terms of their development structures. But for Zambia, I think also just going for the target. I don't think anybody would have expected for them to get to this level. But here it is, an opportunity to get a bronze.
Absolutely. Well, I can see the match officials starting to get out of their dugout and head on to the pitch, ball in hand. It looks like it is time for us to go live back to the second half, where Morocco are in a precarious situation similar to yesterday, on the back foot, incapable of penetrating and having an effect on the game so far. They lost that one yesterday. Will they do the same, or will something change? Zambia, Morocco, second half now.
Amanda, Kevin, yes, precarious indeed for Morocco. We're good to go for the second half. It's Zambia in the green colours, it's Morocco in the white. Certainly Zambia with the better of things, but no meaningful shot on target. So Morocco will get the second half underway. That's Karcham who's playing in midfield for them. El Ghanami, the number 9, hardly really had a meaningful touch for Morocco. She has got 1 goal. 16 Wat coming in, starting today for Morocco on the left side of attack. So Morocco in the white, Zambia in the green. Positive start from kickoff for Morocco. Let's see what they can do here. Oh, fantastic. Do they capitalise? Ibanka with the shot. Karcham couldn't get the rebound. The best chance in the game so far, Rose.
Good interchanging of passes from the 3 players, and you could see that she made sure she wanted to put it far from the goalkeeper, but the goalkeeper, as tall as she was able to parry the ball out to get in from being a goal. And this is exactly what we need from Morocco to make sure that they are composed in terms of ball possession, keeping it and knocking it around is what they did.
Yeah, and it could be you only need 1 goal to win it. The semi-finals both had 1-0 scorelines. That could have been the moment in the match. Zambia survived that. But they started with a bang in this second half, have Morocco. Salma Ibanka with that effort. El Ghanami, the number 9, is playing as a centre-back today. That's a searching ball, that, from a Zeru Ali. So the number 9 for Morocco is a centre-back today. Was playing as a centre-forward in the group games. Another effort, but that's flashed wide by Ibanka. Don't know how many of these chances they might get, so they would want to capitalise as they're currently on a high are Morocco.
They started very well in the second half, Morocco, to settle down, and they've already had 2 attempts in the first minute of the second half. That shows that they're willing to make sure that they get something out of it.
That's won really well by Mbutao. That's what she was doing in the first half. Peggy Banda gives chase. Zero Ali, though, back to the keeper. Mbutao again. Very strong in midfield for Zambia. Maybe a bit of a panic there, and concedes the corner.
The 5th corner kick for Zambia, and I think this time they should make use of it and to get a goal out of it.
They took some of these short. Let's see what they'll do this time. Jane Witwa was taking most of the corners, but it's Mwale to dispatch this one. 0-0. 23 minutes played here at the Moors and Ngoni Stadium. That's a good corner. And they have got the breakthrough, and it's a 5th goal of the tournament for Fidza Muzua. It was Morocco who started the second half so well. But that's nodded home by Fidza Muzua from the set piece. And the golden boot may well be hers.
A goal for Zambia. The goal scorer.
5th goal of the tournament for Fidza Muzua.
The scoreline now is Zambia.
She finished that off so well.
As you can see, Steve, the Moroccan defenders were in front of their goalkeeper, and they failed to defend that ball, and Fidza was placed on the blind side, and she made sure that she took it nice and well. That was a brilliant goal from Frida, who is leading the top goal scorer of this tournament.
So Zambia was against the run of play. Morocco very easily could have scored in the opening seconds of this second half, but it's Fidza Muzua now with 5 goals as she's way ahead of the rest, because behind her nobody has more than 2 goals at the tournament in the girls competition.
Winnie Mapunga, she's seated on 3, but it's it's unfortunate that Zimbabwe were knocked out, and she will only finish with those 3 goals, but she did very well coming into this tournament.
Yeah, probably that's the brightest achievement for Zimbabwe at an otherwise disappointing tournament for the host, Winnie Mapua, with her 3 goals. 5 for Fidza Muzua. There she is, 19. Won't get the ball this time. Daka. So it was a good half-time team talk for Morocco. Game plan was good. They started with impetus, but this a big blow. Tough to come back from this.
They only need to be composed, Steve, as they started the second half. Maybe keep the ball around, knock it around, and move forward as a team. And I hope they'll pick their heads up for conceding. It's one of the games you need to concede, and you need to pick yourselves up for you to get something or equalize and maybe win it. You remember Morocco were 1 down against Zimbabwe. They managed to draw against Zimbabwe 2-2. So they have the ability to come back.
They showed character there. Mbutao. Rebecca, throw-in goes the way of Morocco. They don't want their heads to drop. Looking a little disappointed there is Musamia, but they'll have to fight on. That was into the right area. Mwale now. Peggy Banda. She's offside. I was just waiting there for the assistant ref. Offside against Catherine Capolio. So Fizza Muzua, 24th minute goal. Zambia with a 1-0 advantage. The ball went out there. Zambia won all of their group games. They were so impressive, but fell short in the semis against a very strong Ghana side. Peggy Banda with a header.
Poor communication between the Moroccan team.
Yeah.
They need to communicate as quickly as possible. And this is why they conceded that goal, because of poor communication.
Certainly. And they're going to have to find some solution here. That's Musamia, the number 20. Yeah, they're looking rattled by that. Cleared out by Wiame. 8 minutes into the second half here at the Moores and Goni Stadium in Norton. 45 minutes away from Harare. That's a mistake this time from Rebecca Mbutau. We haven't restarted yet. So our referee Lekuba from Lesotho, from our young referees program, all of them aged 15 to 20. One of the many, many great initiatives at this CAF African Schools Football Championship, 4th edition. It's been a brilliant time here in Zimbabwe. Ambulo with the touch.
Peck the black line and hear the music play. Colors dance like ribbons in a sunny way. Blue clouds slide like trains across the sky. Rainbow sparks jump as we hop high.
Yeah, Naomi Tembo is the player down in serious pain. Made a lot of noise when she got that knock. Substitution coming up shortly for Morocco. So Zambia survived early in the second half. Great opportunity that Morocco had. And then Fidza Muzua headed in from a corner for her 5th of the tournament. From a Kabulonga girls secondary school is Naomi Tembo. So she'll go off for a bit of treatment. That wasn't the challenge there, but got hit in the stomach. Looks as though she's okay. We restart with a drop ball. Zerauli. Couldn't keep it in. So after this, we have the boys' third place match. Kids coming in to watch for free. There's giveaways as well if you are in Norton or Harare. It's going to be a really exciting day here, finals day. Rebecca Mbutau. She's the guilty party there.
This is a good opportunity for their number 4, Zauli. She has done very well. If you remember, in the group stages, she was scoring. She was scoring from this distance, and it's a plus that they have it. And if she can just be composed and pick a post, and it might end in a goal.
Yep, sure. Aouni is coming on for Wat Wat. This is the Only a second appearance she's getting at the tournament. Just played a minute as a sub. So she'll get a run. We got 8 minutes to go. Fidza Muzua in the 24th minute. $150,000 for whoever wins this match. It's a high-stakes game. And the prize money can be used for schools development, either directly to do with sport, or it could be a classroom block or academic project. That ball lacked purpose from Mwale. So Saba Aouni on and gets a touch. That cannoned off the captain, Mbutao. Mbutao nice there along the floor. Morocco with a highish line at the moment. If Zambia break through here, they could be in trouble. Here she comes again. And it is finished off by Capolio.
Good follow-up from Capolio. As you can see, that Zambia, they're moving as a team. And we could have 3-4 people in the box.
Catherine Capolio. She makes it 2-0. That probably will wrap up things here in the girls' third place match. So the knee's been hurt in the process. I was just saying there that Morocco had quite a high line, and immediately that high defensive line was breached, Rose.
That was clever from Muzua. Very brilliantly solo run. She took it and she had to go past 2-3 players, and she made sure that she placed it between the goalkeeper's legs, but it had no power. And it's unfortunate. It's fortunate that Capolio was in the right place, following up the play, and she managed to finish it.
In the right place. That's what you want from a number 9, the centre forward for Zambia. Catherine Capolio makes it Morocco 0, Zambia 2. That was a comfortable finish for Capolio. There's another injured player. I mean, it's been exhausting, hasn't it, Rose? 5 games in the space of 5 days for these girls.
It's good, Steve, because they are playing 20 minutes and they've enough time to recover between the games. Because if you play for 40 minutes, the rest of the day you are rested and you will be ready to play for tomorrow. And this is where you need a psychologist, a physiotherapist to make sure that these players recover as quickly as possible.
Yeah. What did you see on the Morocco bench in terms of personnel there in the technical team, Rose?
With the Moroccan team, you could see that every department is covered, and during their team talk, you could see their physiotherapist making sure that they rehydrate as quickly as possible, as well as placing towels on the shoulders of their players.
Yeah. Attention to detail, hey? There's a lot that can be learned from the way that Morocco are organised. Karcham gives it away, though. Daka and Mwale has been covering a lot of ground, the Zambia number 8. Box-to-box roll. So 2-0, 5 minutes to go.
If you are playing at the middle of the park, you ought to be a box-to-box player in terms of your fitness level. And this is exactly what she has done in terms of starting play as well. She's more composed. She's making sure that she spread is on the right wing and the left wing as well.
Yeah, she's been impressive. Mwale, the number 8 for Zambia. Fidza Muzua, Catherine Capolio, the scorers. Dinked to Peggy Banda. Oh, good effort from that range of about 20 meters from the girl we were talking about. Hey, yeah, and Mwale does well.
A very good attempt. It lacked maybe the follow-through because she was leaning upwards, and if she had leaned forward, it was going to be a goal. But a very good attempt from her.
Christine Mwale, she has shone here. Time for the cooling break. Only Just over 3 minutes to go here. So there's a lot to like about this Zambia squad. No doubt for Morocco with their structures, they will stay together and move through the age groups. If Zambia can do the same, you're saying if they get to under 17 together, they could be quite formidable, Rose.
It will, Steve. I'm just looking at the Moroccan coach now. She has refused that a player should come and get water. But with these ladies, we need to push them and make sure that they can get the water if ever they want the water.
Very important, especially in these hot conditions. As Zerouali, we're in the twilight zone of the third place playoff now. Peggy Banda. This time it's way over from the golden boot elect Fidza Muzua.
She's full of running, Steve, and she is giving a torrid time to the Moroccan defense each and every time she holds the ball.
And the number 6 there, Peggy Banda. I saw her come on as a sub and she scored against Zimbabwe in Zimbabwe's third group game where Zambia won 3-1, having gone 3-0 up. Well, they're still pushing and scrapping for the ball. Hemine on the right side for Morocco. Twaleb, the right back. Nice bit of noise from the crowd. Fans are trickling in here. Kacham. Tembo puts it out well.
It was a very good game, but it's unfortunate that Morocco, they are losing this game. They failed to take their 2 chances at the beginning of the second half.
That was the key moment, really, when Morocco came so close in the early exchanges. They were denied, and then Zambia scoring soon after with this girl, Fidza Muzua. What a run from Fidza Muzua! Wow.
No takers from the blind side. Steve, the number 6 was supposed to go behind and make sure she's covering the blind side. It was going to be a nice tip in for her.
Lots of pace, still full of running. Dying seconds now. Capolio. Mwale. And Muzua couldn't stay on her feet quite. With some urgency, Morocco looking for something here. Losing 1-0 yesterday in the semi-finals. 2-0 down here. The 40 minutes are up. And now El Ghanami moving up a little bit more. The one who was saying is playing centre-back today, but was a centre-forward in the other games. Muzua! It'll trickle just wide.
She was supposed to be composed, Steve, because the keeper was nowhere near her. And at least a one touch forward, and she could have just placed it.
Great opportunity, wasn't it? Yeah. And that's it. Zambia have taken third place and $150,000, beating Morocco by 2-0. Fidza Muzua, 24th minute, her 5th goal of the tournament, and Catherine Capolio on 34 minutes to seal it for Zambia. A deserved win, but Morocco could have got something here.
A well-deserved win for Zambia, and being their first time to compete in the championship, it showed that they prepared for the tournament very well, and coming 2027, they need to go and work extra hard, because Southern region, the bet South Africa, and it's 2027. It's going to be very difficult because South Africa will want to claim it again and go and participate in this championship.
Certainly
but it
will
was
be
a good representation from the Southern region.
Zambia 2, Morocco 0.
jerseys aren't 100% polyester. They are 30% lessons learned the hard way, 50% hope, turning threads into memories, 20% triumphs.
One, it's simple, it's powerful.
Yeah, you know what they say, numbers don't lie. I think Zambia dominating the stats, 52% in terms of ball possession, but the pass accuracy as well. For me, the outstanding stats has to be the total attempts at 10 and targets 3. And then obviously the conversion rate is 2 goals. Very efficient in front of goal. They showed great composure. And you look at the corners as well. So in open play, they dominated, but also set pieces. They could have maybe made it count. Only 1 goal from the set piece. But open play, I thought they dominated all areas of the field.
Well, Coach Kevin, let's take a look at those highlights, see how this game transpired, especially in the second half. First half goalless, and we were talking about endurance. Morocco did come out strong. They did create some opportunities. Finishing will be a question.
Chico, when I look at the highlights and I think of what's in my head as far as I've watched this game, Morocco did come out for the first 5 minutes, I think. But then afterwards, Zambia just overpowered them. And you can see by the amount of passing.
Beautiful header.
The amount of passing, the amount of heading, the passes into good spaces. And for me, the Zambian team, the captain, number 14, outstanding. The number 19, I think she's now the top goal scorer for the tournament. And the number 18, they really played well. And especially the captain. I think in this game she came and she dominated the midfield. She told them where to pass, how to pass, and it worked for them. Again, I'm going to say to Morocco, there was no continuity from last year to this year. And yes, you have good individual players, but you need to come to these tournaments and show the improvement that you've showed the world and the African continent on what Morocco is doing for development.
Absolutely. Zambia celebrations going on the pitch right next to us, right behind Amanda Tlamini, who herself knows what it means to win, dance to the music of your success. Meanwhile, it was not always successful, but they were persistent. Another attack down that left flank. Zambia came in with intent. Zambia ultimately the better side going into the final whistle.
Yeah, no, of course. I think they dominated all the areas on the park. Very organized defensively. Not really giving Morocco any time on the ball. I thought Moroccans really tried to switch things around. They took their number 9 to the back as part of the centre back to really try and compete with Fida, who's the top goal scorer. Maybe to try and match her with pace. But the midfielders of Zambia, I thought they were brilliant. They dominated that midfield, knew how to play it out wide to get the crosses, but also penetrating down the middle. I thought that was quite impressive.
Speaking of impressive, can I give you a compliment, Coach? I was sitting with you watching this match, and while the coach for Zambia was down on the pitch trying to direct her girls, as is so often with officials from the team, someone was up there screaming directions to the players and they were turning their attention there. What the coach did was use this platform to do exactly what CAF is trying to do. Teach educate and improve our football. But it's not just about the children. It's not about capacity building alone. It includes even the D-licensed coaches who have received their licenses courtesy of CAF training, and the coach was very quick to
Elevate your career with the London School of Business and Finance. We offer a global MBA with 5 specializations, a Master's in Finance and Investment, and a Master of Science Strategic Marketing. LSBF is a trusted institution with a 4.8-star rating on Trustpilot and a vibrant network of students originating from 150-plus countries. Learning is tailored to your schedule, and all programs are available 100% online. Choose LSBF, where education goes beyond borders. Find out more at lsbf.org.uk.
But my friend, if you want to coach, go between those 2 lines at the bottom and coach the team and feel how difficult it is. But don't disrespect the person you've given the authority to coach the youngsters.
Absolutely. Well, here we go. Let's take a look at how things have played out so far this morning. Same story as of yesterday. Morocco losing their game. And this time the difference was there were no tears, there were no looks of frustrations, there were just looks that said, we've learned our lessons, we need to go back to the drawing board and perhaps do better. Benin and Morocco are coming up next before we turn our attention to the finals of both the girls and the boys, with the CAF president expected right here to watch these final games. Morocco come into this one, Amanda, on the back of a very, very humbling result yesterday at the hands of Senegal.
Yeah, and I think Benin certainly were keeping tabs on Morocco to see how it is that they fare. And if it is that Morocco come out like the way they did yesterday, they have to make sure that they come out firing from those blocks. Because we saw a really lethargic Morocco team playing up against Senegal, obviously dominating. But Benin will fancy their chances, really try and rush them off the ball, not give them any time for creativity or space on the ball.
Guys, let's talk a little bit about these 2 teams playing. So in case you haven't been following us this tournament and you're joining late, both the teams that found themselves second best yesterday also found themselves second best in their respective groups. The difference is Benin was second best to a Senegal side that in the opening match could have gone either way. Morocco, second best to Uganda, no questions. And yet Senegal, what they did to Morocco, what then does that paint? What kind of picture does that paint for you, Coach and Amanda, with what you should expect to see from Benin?
When
or
I
does
look
football
at
not work like that?
The tournament in itself, Benin had a good tournament. To get to play against Senegal, to get to play against Uganda and come out losers for what they achieved across the tournament. I think there was one game where Benin won the game in the dying minutes. I'm trying to figure out the game. But for me, Benin showed that they are capable of playing against all the teams within the competition. And they're up against Morocco. I think Morocco must do exactly what Amanda says. They've got to come out of the blocks a little bit sharper, because they were not that way against Senegal, because that, I think, is going to be the edge of Benin. Benin is not here to win or lose the championship. They're just here to play competition and enjoy themselves. And as far as they can get, they will be happy.
And that could be a dangerous team to face, could it not? A team that has nothing to lose and just want to enjoy the game. So far, Benin, when they do enjoy the game, are a very dangerous side. In-depth analysis and build-up to that particular game will be done right here on CAF TV. For now, it's bye-bye until we get closer to kickoff.
Thank you. Thank you, Diego.
Thank you.
These jerseys aren't 100% polyester. They are 30% lessons learned the hard way, 50% hope, turning threads into memories, 20% triumphs dreamed and prayed for. This is Africa, 100% made of us.
Rooted in culture, driven by connection. These stories flow between continents, leading a new generation of talent and opportunity. Africa and Europe, Together, we rise.